the best in some of these guys, echoing the skipper.
Yeah, here we go. Big 4-game series against Seattle. The Mariners have won 4 straight against Houston, including a big series sweep here in September of last year when the Astros were trying to lock down a playoff spot. Peter Lambert on the mound for Houston. He has been outstanding in his last 3 starts. A 1.04 ERA in Cleveland, in Baltimore, and then his best start of his career, going 7 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball in his last start against the Los Angeles Dodgers. He'll make his 5th start in an Astros uniform tonight.
This is the Seattle Mariners lineup. Brendan Donovan back at the top. Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor. Hitting in that 4 spot is Cal Raleigh. Last season, 60 home runs. This season, a little bit different story. Having a tough time driving the ball and making contact, getting hits. Only hitting 161 on the season. In his career against the Astros, they've held him down as well. 179 that batting average against.
See Dan Wilson at the top step of the dugout, the manager of the Mariners, and here's the starting defense he'll see from the Houston Astros tonight. Christian Vasquez had the day off yesterday, day game after a couple of night games in Cincinnati. He's back in there behind home plate. Isaac Paredes and Braden Shoemake, the left-hand hitter, getting the start against George Kirby today. Jose Altuve and Christian Walker on the right side. Zach Cole on left, Bryce Matthews in center. Cam Smith, your right fielder this evening. Ready for baseball on a Monday night. Monday night means the Astros are wearing their City Connect whites as Peter Lambert has the ball on the mound, and he is delivering to Brendan Donovan, and we're underway with a called strike for an umpire making his major league debut behind home plate. Dylan Wilson calls that first pitch a strike. Donovan just back in the lineup after being on the IL. Hits the ball sharply, but a diving play by Isaac Paredes. This game starts with a great defensive play at the hot corner.
Be on your toes over there. Isaac in for the bunt. And Donovan trying to slap it past him unsuccessfully with the layout. Nice toss from the knees. Big first out.
Now Julio Rodriguez, the batter. Rodriguez hits one high and deep to left field. It's hooking down the line, and it is just foul. Deep enough for a home run, but just hooking foul. And this game is still 0-0 by that much.
Man, that's impressive on our Mattress Firm Supermode, seeing the shadow go by the foul pole as that tries to get into somebody's lawnmower.
0-1 to count to Julio, who's having a good May. 333 batting average, 1090 OPS going this month. And hooks at that pitch and misses. It's 0-2. Lambert avoids giving up his first home run in his 5th start of the season. He has avoided the long ball to this point. Didn't miss by much, and this one's just foul down the left field line. Lambert has faced the Mariners before. He was back in a Rockies uniform in 2024. That game at Coors Field did not go well for Peter. Lasted just 3 innings and allowed 6 runs. This Mariners lineup, 2 through 7 in the lineup, have all faced Lambert before, including Julio. Bounces in there. It's 1-2. Astros start the night at 16-25. Seattle 19-22. They're separated by 3 games, playing a 4-game series here in Houston. That ball hit towards right center. Coming on is Cam Smith, and he'll make a sliding catch. A little leather work shown on the infield and now the outfield to start this one.
2 great plays to get 2 outs for Peter Lambert. This is a changeup off the outside corner, off the end of the bat, and a great running catch by Cam to stay with that one on that looping line drive. Maybe if Cam was a little bit older, he'd put up the X for the no-fly zone on Julio, who makes some spectacular plays and puts up that X for a no-fly zone.
Swing and a miss from Josh Naylor. It's 0-1. Good to see Cam making an early fine play. He had a couple of uncharacteristic misplays in Cincinnati. But to his credit, in that Spencer Arrighetti start, he basically owned that loss at 3-1, saying that was on me. That wasn't Spencer. That was my fault. I tried to turn before I had the ball, and he wore it like a veteran at age 23. What a one to count to Josh Naylor.
It says a lot about character when those guys own up to it.
And I love seeing those quotes the next day, because not only did he talk to the media, he said exactly what you would hope he would have said. He basically said, that one's on me. That's not Spencer's fault.
He's not going to have too many of those throughout the course of his career. A very good right fielder.
This ball hit high in the air to left center, slicing for Matthews, but he's got a beat on it, and he will put it away. Peter Lambert, a 1-2-3 inning with help from his defense. Jose Altuve will lead things off against George Kirby, and then Yordan Alvarez and Isaac Paredes in the bottom of the first.
Here's our Astros starting lineup presented by Whataburger, and Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, and Isaac Paredes are the top three. Behind Christian Walker is Zach Cole, the left-handed hitter, moving up into that fifth spot, protecting a hot Christian Walker. 4 for 15 on the season. 2 of those 4 hits, home runs.
They will face George Kirby for the 12th time. Kirby has made starts in the regular season and the postseason. 11 in the regular, or 10 in the regular season, 1 in the postseason. There you see his overall numbers this year, making his 9th start. He has been very good in his career against the Astros with a sub-2 ERA. Kirby has incredible command. He will be all over the zone. Only 1 walk to a right-hand hitter all year. Facing 93 right-hand hitters as he faces Jose Altuve here. Misses up high for ball 1. Altuve 3 for 25 in his career against Kirby, all singles. And make it 4 for 26. All singles as Altuve, now with a 4-game hitting streak, delivers a single into left center to start this one.
Good to see Altuve swinging a good bat, taking a 97-mile-an-hour fastball right back up the middle. Selfishly, I really like him at the top of the lineup, either in that 1-2 spot, even when Jeremy comes back. But he gets on base frequently when he's up at the top.
Sets the table for Yordan Alvarez. Yordan had an uncharacteristic day yesterday in the final game in Cincinnati. The big man who came into that game with 24 walks and 22 strikeouts struck out 4 times in 4 at-bats. First time that's happened since 2021.
Almost doesn't make any sense during this season, the start he's had.
Fouls that one back. It's 1-1.
It also goes to show you baseball's hard, even for the best of them.
Yordan facing Andrew Abbott, the lefty yesterday, who got him a few times, and then the bullpen as well. 2021, the last time Yordan struck out as many as 4 times in a game. He does not have great numbers against Kirby, similar to Altuve, and Altuve had a base hit, but Yordan just 3 for 19 with a double and 6 strikeouts against Kirby in his career. He's got a 2-1 count here.
Kirby's one of the few pitchers around the league that obviously has exceptional command, but also exceptional command to the inside corner to lefties. And I think that's what makes him a tough matchup for Yordan.
Just as you mentioned that, he got right in on him there with a foul ball.
And he's got the velocity with the control too, which is rare, but that has just painted the up and in corner.
There you see the standings and why this is such a big homestand for the Astros.
Yeah, you have a chance if you get hot. I mean, you're facing a Mariner team that has a very good rotation, but their offense might allow you to stay in this game a little bit.
On the ground, Cole Young has it, goes to short for 1, and they're able to turn a double play on Yordan Alvarez. So Altuve retired on the double play. Now 2 outs, bases cleared.
It's also unique in the sense you've got a 4-game series. You split the series, you're right where you started the series as far as games behind the Mariners. But also in 4 games, you sweep the series, you jump in front of them.
Yeah, it's a crazy year right now going on in the American League. This ball is just foul. Diving effort by Brendan Donovan coming off the injured list this weekend.
Man, he didn't want the ball boy to get that one.
But you've got New York and Tampa Bay who are playing very well in the AL East. And then other than those two, the only other team with a winning record is the A's at 21-19.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So if the season ended right now, there'd be two teams with a losing record in the postseason. That's how slow a start things have gotten off to for a lot of American League teams. And as bad as the Astros feel at 16-25 and not where they want to be, they're really not that far out of things right now.
Not at all.
Isak fouling one away. It's 1-2. Paredes reached base yesterday after having his on-base streak snapped Saturday. He's now been on base 13 of his last 14 games. Kirby ahead of the count here, 1-2. That one's slicing, and that's going to be out of play. Giving it a look is Luke Raley, but he runs out of room. There's a line drive base hit to right. So the Astros with 2 hits here in the first inning against Kirby. And Isak on base with a single to right.
Isak still going the other way. It's a nice little weapon to have for Isak. A lot of pitchers around the league know he's trying to pull the ball, so take some of those pitches away and go the other way.
Christian Walker happened to be back home. He was pitched tough in that series in Cincinnati. Went 0 for 12 over the weekend in Cincy. At home, he's at a .907 OPS on the year. Takes a strike, 0-1. Walker, like a lot of Astros, not great numbers against Kirby. 1 for 8 with 3 strikeouts. Fouls that one into the upper deck, and it's 0-2. Kirby has not had a big strikeout season. 39 strikeouts in 52 innings, and 6 is his high total for any of his first 8 starts. But he also has not given up much damage at all. 2 earned runs or fewer in his last 5 starts. That started out with an outing against the Astros on April the 13th. Strikes out Walker here, and there will be the final out of the inning. We did have very sad news last night as the Astros lost one of their all-time greats, Rene Cardenas, at age 96. A legend in the Astros broadcast booth going all the way back to the Colt 45 days. Longtime member of the Dodgers broadcast team and an Astros Hall of Famer 2 years ago. We send our best to Hilma and the family. Rene Cardenas passing away at age 96.
How about some Astros trivia powered by Reliant? And the question is, who was the Astros' first American League All-Star? Good question. Back in 2013, the Astros moved into the American League.
Second inning baseball. First pitch to Cal Raleigh is inside for a ball, 1-0. Raleigh in his career hitting .179 against the Astros with 8 home runs, 7 of those 8 coming here in Houston. He was shut out over the weekend against the White Sox. He was shut out over his last 8 games. Cal riding a major league high 0 for 32 coming into tonight. He's had incredible roller coaster streaks this year. As he hammers this one foul, it's 1-2. Started out his first 10 games, really struggled. Then he had a good run for about the next 20. Now lately, in the middle at 0 for 32, he's been dealing with a strained oblique. Caused him not to be able to catch for a few days. Pitch missing in, 2-2. Lambert with a 1-2-3 first inning, facing the Mariners for the second time in his career, in his 5th start in an Astros uniform. Got him. Cal Raleigh down on the breaking ball as Peter Lambert picks up strikeout number 1.
Statcast is calling this the slider. Good depth on that one as it breaks down under the UTMD Anderson strike zone, but you can see just the wave and the mist. Cal Raleigh was way out in front of that pitch.
Now Randy Arozarena hits, and he checks his swing, but it's a called strike. It's 0-1. Arozarena has faced Lambert 3 times, has struck out twice, and has walked once. Down to the count, 0-2. Two times Arozarena has struck out against Lambert. It was on the slider or sweeper. He hits this slurve into right field for a base hit. So Arozarena, a 1-out base runner, first base runner of the night for the Mariners.
Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud is going to show you that arsenal for Lambert against lefties. He's had a lot of success against them this season, holding them to a 443 OPS, but that four-seam fastball changeup mix is why he has been so effective. He'll use that cutter occasionally. Like I said earlier, racked up 7 strikeouts with that cutter. But that four-seamer at 95, maybe a little bit more, as Randy Arozarena gets a little frisky. But I think having that fastball in the mid-90s makes the hitter have to respect it a little bit in those 2-strike counts, and allows him to set up those secondary pitches pretty well.
Arozarena leads the team in stolen bases with 9 on the season. Now Lambert facing Luke Raley, a guy he has not yet retired in his career, in 4 career plate appearances. Single, triple, home run, and hit by pitch. It's a second disengagement for Lambert, and now Arozarena might have a little advantage over there at first. Pitch wide, it's 2-0. Lambert did not make the opening day roster, made 3 appearances, 2 as a starter, 1 as a reliever for AAA Sugarland. For his first outing against the Cardinals on April 17th. He's now 3-0 on Raley. There's a strike. During his last 3 starts with that 104 earned run average, he has worked around some walks in those outings. He walked 10 over his 3 starts. There goes Arozarena. The pitch is wide, ball 4. That'll put runners on first and second with 1 out.
This Saturday, May 16th, 10,000 fans will take home a Cowboy baseball hat presented by Turtle Box. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions.
J.P. Crawford, the batter. Crawford takes a pitch up, so that's 5 of the last 6 missed by Lambert. It's 1-0. Not missing by a lot, but still missing according to Dylan Wilson. And the count's 2-0.
All in a pretty similar spot, that up and away kind of part of the zone just above that outside corner. Vasquez going out there trying to mix up this rhythm he's in right now.
JP Crawford has hit into 3 double plays this year. Josh Naylor, the only one who has hit into more double plays on this offense. Ground ball foul. And it's 2-1.
Let's take a peek at some of these outfield arms presented by Lone Star College. Bryce Matthews out there in center field. I think they're going to test him just because they don't know much about him, and moving from the infield to the outfield. Maybe test that arm a little bit. Cam Smith is a red light. He attacks the baseball and has a very good arm. And Zach Cole here at Dyken Park playing a little bit more shallow. They're going to be cautious with the baseball hit right at him. Maybe if he has to move to the left or right, they might test him.
Zach fired one at 99 miles an hour in Cincinnati for a put out at home plate.
That is nice.
That was third highest.
Some fuel.
That is a good pitch at 3-1, and now the count's full. So an important pitch here early for Lambert. First and second, 1 out, and a full count on JP Crawford, who draws a lot of walks. 26 walks to 23 strikeouts this year. And he hits this one to right, but Cam Smith is going to be there to make the catch. Thought about trying to pick off the runner at first, but that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, he was looking to fire the baseball at somebody. Another soft line drive to right field that he gets too quickly. Raley, not sure if he was watching the base runner in front of him, the fly ball or what. Might have had a chance to backdoor him right there. He was getting a little frisky.
2 outs, 2 on for Dominic Canzone. And a first pitch strike. Line drive to left. Will they test Zach Cole's arm? They are going to wave him. Zach fumbled it initially, and now the throw's cut off. That little bobble may have cost Cole a chance to throw out Arozarena. It's 1-0 Seattle on the RBI base hit by Dom Canzone.
I think you're exactly right, TK. That bobble created the issue because not only do you have to grab it again, you got to quickly get the transfer. And on our mattress from Supermo, bobbling it and then not getting the best grip on it forced Isaac Paredes to cut this off because you could see it was going right towards the camera behind home plate instead of to home plate.
So Canzone drives in his 13th run of the year, and the Mariners score a 2-out run. This ball grounded past Altuve into right. Now Cam Smith coming up throwing. Here comes Luke Raley. It's a good throw. Close, but safe at home plate. Head first slide by Raley makes it 2-0. Cole Young delivers an RBI.
Cam doing his best to come up and gun the runner at home. Raley just gets that hand underneath the tag of Christian Walker. Luke Raley. Christian Vasquez trying to make the tag.
So 3 hits and a walk in the inning, and the Mariners have scored as many runs as Lambert had allowed in his 3 previous starts combined. As they put up a 2 spot here in the second, and that draws a visit from Josh Miller.
Just amazing. It's the 8-9 hitters getting it done again against Astros pitching.
Cole Young with his first hit on this road trip after being shut out in Chicago against the White Sox. Cole has had 22 runs batted in on the year, a pretty good total for a guy hitting number 9. Now here's Brendan Donovan. Donovan taking a first pitch just in for ball one. He was retired on a nice play by Isaac Paredes his first time up. That one lofted high in the air, shallow left center. Backing up is Braden Shoemake. He's called off by Zach Cole, who puts it away for the final out of the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 left on. Time to take a look at today's Chevy Stropole. We have a couple of divisional matchups here on this homestand with an AL West homestand. Who do you feel is the Astros' current biggest division rival? A, Angels. B, A's. C, Mariners. D, Rangers. Go to AdSpace City HN. Use the hashtag Stropole. We'll have the results for you later on in the telecast. Zach Cole leads things off. Cole 4 for 15 on the season, including 4 for 11 against righties this year with both of his home runs. Misses that fastball from Kirby. It's 1-1. George Kirby allowed 2 singles in the first inning, but a double play helped him through that. A pitch on the outside corner. It's 1-2. It's been good against lefties this year, holding lefties to just a 5.51 OPS, and that's third best for a righty pitcher as he strikes out Cole here. That's his second strikeout and 1 away in the second.
Another good sweeper from George Kirby to get the swing over the top from Zach Cole. Set it up with the fastball off the plate for a called strike. Previous pitch.
Cam Smith, the batter. Cam has had the best success of anybody in the lineup against George Kirby. Small sample size, but 3 for 6 with a walk. And Kirby has yet to strike out Cam in those 7 plate appearances. Pitch up, 2-0. Cam and the guy on deck, Bryce Matthews, trying to get things rolling here at Dyken Park. 2 young outfielders have hit fine away from Houston. Just haven't gotten things situated yet in their home starts in 2026.
I'm not sure we've deciphered why. Doesn't make any sense.
Does not. Hammered foul. That's an Isaac Paredes foul ball.
It is very Paredes-like.
Now the count 2-2 on Cam. Kirby does get a lot of chase from right-hand hitters. Cam won't chase that one. It's 3-2.
I feel like Cam sees the ball pretty well out of the hand of George Kirby. Because you're right, TK, after speeding him up and getting that pretty quick foul ball to left field, you knew the sweeper was coming.
That one is going to be just foul. Called foul by the home plate umpire Dylan Wilson. We mentioned it's his first game ever behind home plate. It's his 4th game ever as an umpire. And he now joins Jordan Baker as the tallest umpire in Major League Baseball at 6'7".
Nice. Makes it a little tough to see the bottom part of that zone sometimes.
He's got a pretty good customer to work with in terms of being a home plate umpire because Kirby's right around that plate.
No doubt.
He has only walked 1 right-hand hitter this year. He has now faced Cam being number 97 on the season. And Cam's battling here with a 3-2 count. 8th pitch coming.
Right on that fastball. Kirby just does a good job of just keeping it parts of the plate where it makes the swing decision tough or maybe just beats him a little bit. He's not able to square it up.
Another 3-2 pitch coming, and Cam checks it. He is going to draw the rare walk, only the second walk allowed to the 97th right-hand hitter he faces this year. Now this message from Echo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
Cam on first base with one out, and the bird is shooed away by Cal Raleigh. There was a bird right in front of home plate that was kind of hanging out.
Man,
now he wants to play some shortstop.
To do with that thing.
What's that?
Cal Raleigh wanted nothing to do with that thing.
I mean, he was literally in play. If a fair ball was,
he just plants it right there.
He's going to hang out in the short third hole. Bird's eye view. Here's Bryce Matthews taking a first pitch for a ball.
We're almost a year. I think we're almost a year to the day where the bird was in Detroit, right next to my headset. Remember that? Right in front of me.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the bird just kind of sat on there, got a good view, and then actually crept a little bit closer and hunkered down.
You had like a pet for the game.
I did. Pretty bird. Pretty bird.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Like, did not move.
No. Didn't want to go anywhere. It was there for about 2-3 innings.
And eventually took off.
Yeah, you threw. No, I'm just kidding.
1-1 the count to Bryce. A little bit late on that heater. It's 1-2.
I think that bird quickly found out I don't eat during the game and bailed. Had to go find some sustenance.
Weren't we giving it like a little thimbleful of water?
I was trying everything out.
Yeah.
We were good hosts. We were good.
Yeah. I forgot about that. The bird's chilling out in the booth in Detroit, I remember. Now Bryce has to battle like Cam did as he fights off that pitch. 98-mile-an-hour fastball fouled back. Now the second base umpire, Alex McKay, just shooed the bird off into shallow left field as the bird gets deeper and deeper on the playing surface. Good take there by Bryce, 2-2. 45% chase for right-hand hitters. That's the best in all of baseball when facing George Kirby. So for Cam and Bryce to not leave the zone with 2 strikes is a good sign. He does leave the zone this time, and that's strikeout number 3 for Kirby in the second out of the inning. Julia.
Hey, let's get to know Braden Shoemake. Presented by Gallery Furniture. We've got some fun facts on the screen for you. We know he's from Texas. We know he played at Texas A&M. Father, a coach. His cousin, though, he told me, fun fact, his second cousin played for the Mariners. That's Carson Smith. Carson Smith played at Texas State, yeah.
I remember Carson Smith.
Right?
Yeah.
That was his fun fact. He worked really hard on that fun fact. Took him the entire BP to come up with something.
I mean, if he plays tomorrow, actually if he plays Wednesday, he'll have another fun fact. Because Bryce Miller makes his season debut. Those guys were college teammates.
Oh, how about it?
Nice.
And now another fun fact is he has become friends with Julia despite initially being an Aggie and Julia a Longhorn, and they butted heads initially.
It's possible.
Tough work environment.
The world is healing.
There's hope.
Pitches in. You know, Braden's only had 20 at-bats, but he has 7 hits in an Astros uniform, and 3 of those are home runs. It's been a nice little small sample size for Braden Shoemake.
Yeah, he's shown some pop. Getting a chance to play some shortstop with Jeremy and Carlos on the shelf.
Goes after that pitch. It's 1-2. They've got Cam Smith on first base with 2 outs, a couple of strikeouts in the inning. We mentioned Kirby has not had a high strikeout total game this year, but he's already got 3 of his first 5 outs with a strikeout. This pitch down and in. Good pitch for Cam to try and steal a base, and he does, his team-leading 5th steal of the year.
Cam with a decent jump, and like TK said, pretty good pitch to run on. Sweeper down, and that Throw to second base, short hops J.P. Crawford. Good job staying with it, but bringing that hand up to try and pick that throw is what allowed Cam to get in there.
Cam was caught stealing in Cincinnati yesterday for the first time in the season. Now 5 for 6. And a 2-2 pitch is down. Shoemake has a full count with Vasquez on deck. Broke his bat into right. Luke Raley is there. Barrel ended up in short second base. That's the final out of the inning. 1 man left on base. Two 2-0 Mariners. We head to the third. As always, we are joined on the first game of the homestand by Anita Sagel. Sometimes it's Jason Wood. Anita's here.
I'm Jason's backup, actually. Yeah.
Hey, we're actually here
he needed some help today.
We're here for more than 3 games. So for the longer homestand.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
I
let's
know.
go.
There's a lot happening this homestand. We're excited.
Going on because it's the Mariners, it's the Rangers. Tomorrow's Care Bears night.
Tomorrow is Care Bears. Can I tell you I'm so excited about Care Bears night?
Yeah.
Sure. Care Bears, the Smurfs. I mean, we all grew up with that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited about Care Bears night. It's tomorrow night, and it's an add-on. So we'll actually have a Care Bear here throwing the first pitch.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And we have this really fun add-on. It's $49, and we'll have some Care Bears walking around the concourse, taking pictures with fans. And, of course, it's Dollar Dog Night, so just a fun night for families.
First ever Care Bears night.
First ever Care Bears night, yeah. Well, every year we have our staples like Dollar Dogs and Friday Night Fireworks, but we like to mix it up and try something new. And this year the team came up with Care Bears as something we wanted to try, and I said go for it.
Well, I'm just excited we have a homestand where we can actually talk about Dollar Dogs as that ball's smashed.
Julio Rodriguez admires it at home plate for an extra beat or two, drops the bat and will circle the bases. Julio, with home run number 7 on the year, makes it a 3-0 game. And that is the first home run that Peter Lambert has allowed in an Astros uniform in 5 starts.
Yeah, that's what I think is interesting, is that the first home run, but Julio does a lot of damage inside the division. He got a shot at Lambert in this one. But what I was trying to get to is the fact that we actually get to do Dollar Dog and Friday Night Fireworks in one homestand is a blessing in itself because of this early schedule. But at the same time, we've got 4 against the Mariners, and Thursday's a day game.
I know. Well, it is great to be home for 7 days. And it's great to be playing division rivals for those because these are very important games.
Yep.
You know,
huge.
we're still in the hunt, and we really need our fans because we're still in the hunt. And someone said to me today, you just got to look at the season like 9 18-game innings.
Okay.
And we're in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
So we got lots of game left.
Plenty
to
of
play.
game left.
Pretty game left to play.
Yeah, that's true. You can look at it that way. We just passed 40 games, which is 1/4 of the way through the season, so still 3/4 of the way to go.
Yeah.
And Armed Force Weekend's coming up when the Texas Rangers come into town.
Yeah, so thanks to our partner Texas Lottery, we get to kick off the Silver Boot Series. Rangers are in town, but it's Armed Forces Weekend, and actually all of our players will wear this camo-themed or Armed Forces themed hat, and we're pretty excited about it. It looks great.
It's always a good looking hat. I love what they do for the Armed Forces Weekend.
This is what the players are going to be wearing all weekend?
Yeah, they will be wearing it all weekend. Club personnel, MLB players, and all of our retail locations have them.
That's a good pitch there for a called strike. Josh Naylor, who has not been good at challenges this year, challenges that pitch. Again, that's his first time as a home plate umpire. Dylan Wilson with a little feedback there. But that's going to be, this is the hat they're going to wear. We're going to get an ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. And Josh Naylor is now 3 for 10 in challenges on the year. So he has not had a lot of success.
Call confirmed. Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
But that's a good looking cap.
It's a great looking cap. It's classic camo colored, flag on the side, you know, Star H. It's clean looking, but it's one of our top sellers every year is the one we do for Armed Forces.
There you go.
And we've got just a lot of people that we get to celebrate over the course of the weekend, which is really fun for us. You know, you got happy hour happening, but
Happy hour in the Michelob Ultra Club.
yes. And we've got a replica giveaway this weekend for Armed Forces. We got an orange replica jersey. It's Hunter Brown.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a Hunter Brown jersey. And then Friday Night Fireworks, the theme is Texas Country.
Well, it's kind of our ode to kicking off the Silver Boot Series. So not only do we have Friday Night Fireworks, which is Texas Country, but we have a huge rodeo street fest on Saturday. And we have a cowboy baseball hat giveaway on Saturday. So Saturday's the day you really want to make sure you're coming to the ballpark.
If you're a Texan, show up. I mean, it's going to pay off, right? Wear the boots, you get the hat, and you get to hang out at Street Fest and enjoy some Rangers-Astros rivalry baseball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, both cities are known for, you know, celebrating rodeo as often they possibly can, right?
Yeah.
And so
one city does it better than the other one, but I mean, I'm a little biased.
Of course we do. Yeah, come on.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Houston always does everything
So
better.
you know it's going to be a good time on Saturday when you show up for the Rodeo Street Fest.
But whenever I have met Blummer or Julia or all of us at rodeo, we've always stopped before the rodeo starts. It's part of the tradition. You don't just go to the rodeo. There's that whole before the rodeo starts. So we're replicating that with Street Fest.
Well, exactly. And, I mean, if you ever need an excuse to put on a pair of cowboy boots, I love it. I own a lot of cowboy boots.
So that's what you'll be donning for Saturday.
I'll
That's
definitely
Saturday.
be digging out some cowboy boots for Saturday. Absolutely.
I think you've got TK beat by about however many pairs of boots you have.
How is it we have not gotten TK a pair of cowboy boots?
I know.
It's an issue.
He is way too popular
I
not
was
to have boots.
Born in Houston, still live in Houston.
Is this? Are you boycotting them or something?
I don't know what's happened over the. I've got a lot of issues. That's one of them.
I'm learning a lot about you still.
Yeah.
I need to get. I have a cowboy hat or two, but have not gone into the boots.
You do have the hat, but not the boots.
Correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll make you a deal. I'll wear a hat and some boots if we can find you some boots
For Saturday?
There we go.
All right, we got a deal. We got a deal going. This is a line drive caught on a hop by Christian Walker to end the inning. Anita, thank you so much. We got a lot going on this homestand. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
appreciate you.
Yeah,
It's going to be good to be home for a while.
it's going to be great to be home for a while.
Anita Sagal joining us here. It's a 3-0 Mariners lead.
We've got an answer for our Astros trivia powered by Reliant. Who is the Astros' first American League All-Star? And that Astro is Castro, the Astro. Jason Castro was that first All-Star when the Astros moved to the American League back in 2013. One of our favorites.
Absolutely. Another Astros catcher at the plate here is Christian Vazquez leading off. The bottom half of the third, Astros now down 3 against a guy who has not allowed 3 runs in any of his previous 5 starts, and that's George Kirby. Kirby did allow 4 against the Yankees in his second start, 3 against the Rangers on the road in his third start. But 2 runs or fewer in his last 5. No swing, says first base umpire and crew chief Jim Wolf. And it counts 2-0 on Vazquez. Kirby generally goes deep into games, and the Astros have put some good at-bats against him here in the first few innings. First time through the lineup. That's now 3 hits and a walk for the Astros against Kirby as Vazquez leads off the third with a clean single.
Really good swing. A couple of good takes put him in that hitter's count, and he got a fastball elevated and just hammered it right back up the middle. A good swing from Christian, who's having a great 2026 campaign.
Christian with that batting average right around 290 now as Jose Altuve bats. Altuve had a single his first time up. Jose Jose goes after the first pitch and fouls it back.
You're right about Kirby, though. He is a quality start king. Loves going out there and going 6+, doesn't allow a bunch of runs. But if the Astros could force that pitch count to get elevated, get into that bullpen sooner than expected, that would be a good thing for the Astros trying to come back in this game.
And nobody has pitched more innings in the major leagues than George Kirby. He was trailing Max Fried coming into tonight. Fried not pitching for the Yankees tonight, so now he has taken over the lead. He's up to 52, now 54 innings on the season. It's ahead of Altuve 0-2, and Jose watches that one down and away. It's 1-2. Astros through the years have had their share of hits against Kirby. They just have not scored a lot of runs against him. Tonight 3 hits, first time through the lineup. And he gets Altuve on strikes. That's now 4 strikeouts for Kirby in the first out of the inning.
Our Jack in the Box player to watch is presented by Jack in the Box, and Yordan Alvarez against these Mariners has done a phenomenal job. Phenomenal might be an understatement. 1,005 is that career OPS versus the Mariners, third amongst active players. And he gets booed on the road because they can't stand what he does to their pitching staff.
He's got good numbers against the Mariners. Has not had great success against Kirby, but if there's anyone who's going to break this homerless streak for the Astros against Kirby, it might as well be number 44. Hooks this one foul, and he's down to the count 0-2. Astros now 268 batters deep. That's almost 10 full games if there was a perfect game involved. Without a home run against Kirby. Pitch is up, it's 1-2. Yordan grounded into a double play his first time up. After winning Player of the Month in April, Yordan coming into tonight hitting less than 200 in May. Goes down on strikes here. Kirby up to 5 strikeouts, and there's 2 away in the third. Now this from Nava Law Group.
The Nava Law Group will get you what you deserve. DoNotSettle.com.
Isaac Paredes taking a pitch for a ball.
Kirby liked that pitch, but the call was correct, just off that outside corner.
There's a strike. It's 1-1. Astros scored 10 runs in the game Friday in Cincinnati in a 10-0 shutout of the Reds. But then they combined for only 1 run in the next 2 games. 3-1 loss on Saturday and a 5-0 loss to Cincinnati yesterday. Now facing a tough customer, George Kirby. And after an initial hit by Christian Vasquez, Vasquez hasn't moved off first base. The Astros didn't have any runners in scoring position in the game yesterday. So far, one today with Cam Smith stealing a base in the second. Astros offense, which was leading all of baseball and runs scored for a while, has been a little bit less proficient here in the last dozen games at 3.8 runs per game clip over those 12. That ball is over the head of Donovan into left field. Isaac Paredes is 2 for 2. And the Astros have 2 runners on for Zach Cole.
Isaac did a good job of pulling that 98-mile-an-hour sinker up and in. Watch him really get the hands close to the chest and just get enough of it to force it over the head of Brendan Donovan to keep things going here with 2 outs. Astros looking for some 2-out lightning to put a run on the board, if not more.
Cal Raleigh will go out to have a word with Kirby here. The Astros are now up to 4 hits in the game. Kirby's last 4 starts in this stadium, he has tossed 6 or more innings in all 4 of those starts while allowing 1 or fewer earned runs. That goes back to May 3rd of 2024. So as well as he has pitched against the Astros overall, the last 4 here at Dyken Park have been exceptional. Christian Walker trying to change that narrative, has 2 on and 2 outs. Walker second on the team with 27 runs batted in. Struck out his first time up.
Struck out on the sweeper that first time up.
Hits this ball foul towards the stands and into the crowd. Brendan Donovan giving it a look at strike 1.
Yeah, just got a little jumpy on that sweeper. That one actually stayed in the middle part of the zone, a little bit of a hanger. We've seen Kirby throwing 88 to 89 with that sweeper, that last one at 86. So that's why you had Christian Walker a little bit further out in front. If it was at 89, he might have been able to smash that one.
Now Kirby ahead 0-2. Another inning with 20-plus pitches, though, for the Astros against Kirby as they are trying to keep him from going deep in the game. That one's fouled out of play. He went 7 2/3 against the Astros on April 13th and threw 99 pitches. You can see the pitches per inning when you're averaging over 20 pitches an inning. That might be a 5-inning start unless those numbers start to reduce the next couple of innings. Foul tip, strikeout number 6. He strikes out 3 in the inning and matches his season high in Ks.
Back here in the top of the 4th, the Mariners lead the Astros 3-0. I have your dugout report. It's presented by Jack in the Box. The team continues to miss Jeremy Pena. He's missing a 27th game with that hamstring strain, but they won't be without him for too much longer as he was back at it today. You see him hitting on the field. After this, though, this was the key. He started to run the bases, and this is once again, he's already done this once. Last final hurdle for him to clear. They're going to just check in with him tomorrow, make sure he's good after this. Then he'll head out on a rehab assignment. Could be as soon as tomorrow. Jake Myers, guys, also very close on a rehab assignment, He's hoping to go this week. Both of these guys play at such a high level, and they have tons of speed. Obviously, they want to be fully ready before they return. Hey, TK, another thing.
Yep.
Carlos Correa
Yep.
underwent surgery to repair the tendon in his left ankle. All went well. But how about this? Joe had him on FaceTime for the advanced hitting meeting today, so he wanted to say hello to all of his teammates. He also asked Joe, once he's ready and can get in the dugout, if he could sit next to him.
Really? That's awesome.
Not a bad idea.
So after surgery, he has surgery today or yesterday?
Had surgery today.
Had surgery today. Then he's right there on FaceTime.
Oh, man.
Of course he is. Got to see his voice.
He's better than most. Yeah. There's no chance. Man, my wife doesn't even want to get in the same car with me after surgery, let alone FaceTime.
And he wants to sit next to Joe right there in the dugout, huh?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So, Julia, if, just theoretically, if Jeremy Pena plays tomorrow, it might be in the state of Texas.
Could be Corpus Christi.
Whataburger Field, could be. Because the Space Cowboys are all the way out west, like Tacoma.
Yeah, that's too far.
Woo.
No need for all that.
No, there's no need to. Yeah, don't put that precious human on a plane for that long. Get him
Also,
right.
oh, Hunter Brown.
Oh, what?
He's going to throw a bullpen on Friday, another bullpen. He's felt good, too. Very chatty today.
That's a good sign.
Exactly.
What was Hunter chatting about?
All kinds of things. He was a wrestler in high school.
That is a big body to try and pin down.
I think, yeah, before he really hit his growth spurt. It was a sport that he ended up quitting. Said they switched the practices to 5 a.m. And remember, he grew up in Detroit, and he said he would have to ride his bike to the 5 a.m. wrestling practices at the high school. And he, it was 20 degrees or below. I'm sure it was below that in the winter. Wrestling's more of a winter sport, I'm told. So he quit.
There are so many boxes on that list that would be unchecked for me to have to wrestle in that climate.
Correct. I'm with you 100%.
But good for Hunter. But
I mean, he tried. Mom and Dad were not happy with the quitting part, but things worked out in other sports.
Yeah, I think it turned out all right. How do you control your bicycle in ice and snow? That seems extreme.
Ask him tomorrow. He'd love to chat with you about
He's
it.
out there wrestling a two-wheeler before he got to practice.
wrestlers are some of the most dedicated athletes ever.
That is
But it's a tough existence when you're cutting weight.
Oh my gosh.
Working out.
Yeah, there's no way. They are a different breed.
Oh, no doubt. Well, good for Hunter. I did not know that about him. Former wrestler.
Wrestler.
Oh, that's a different sport.
Oh, my bad.
2-2 to Canzone. Swing and a miss. Peter Lambert picks up strikeout number 3. And the second out of the inning.
It's a change-up we talk about affectionately with Peter Lambert. Great location. You can see Canzone, everything bailing out, not able to stay back on that change-up.
So now Lambert facing Cole Young, who singled in a run his first time up and pitched down at the bottom of the zone for a strike. Young was 3 for his last 21 coming in before that RBI single. Now it's 1-1. Mariners coming off a series against the White Sox in Chicago. And she had an off day in Chicago, Dan Wilson's hometown. That one fouled in and out of the glove of Vasquez. And the White Sox took 2 out of 3 from the Mariners. Seattle won the first game Friday, and the White Sox came back to win the next 2. Same results basically as the Astros had in Cincinnati. 2-2 pitch taken for ball 2, 2-2. Mariners scoring 2 runs in the second with 2 outs. RBI singles by Dominic Canzone and Cole Young. Then the home run by Julio Rodriguez to lead off the third. Now Lambert trying to bounce back with a 1-2-3 inning. Has run the count full on the 9-hitter Cole Young. Popped high in the air, playable. Christian Vasquez right near home plate fires the mask away and will make the catch for the final out of the inning. Good inning for Peter Lambert. 1-2-3 go to the Mariners. We head to the bottom of the fourth in a 3-0 game. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Astros, the official source for your Houston Astros gear. This will be an interesting inning for George Kirby because you know he would like an efficient inning based on the fact that he's thrown 63 pitches through 3. For him, if he doesn't go 6 innings, he feels like he has let the team down a little bit. And now he's got 3 young outfielders, Zach Cole, Cam Smith, Bryce Matthews, the first 3 here. So you would think he would be aggressive in the zone. We'll see how he pitches this inning, but 1-1 to Zach so far. Can the Astros make contact if Kirby is aggressive in the zone? Cole struck out on a swinging strike his first time up. I think it was a sweeper.
You're correct. Might have a chance for one here after that high fastball.
There it is.
Yep.
Same sequence, getting Cole for the second time. That's a new season high in strikeouts for George Kirby with 7.
Change up, high fastball, sweeper down below the zone. That was 3 pitches after that first pitch ball in that at bat. And to TK's point, it's no disrespect to these young hitters, just the fact that if he's able to execute his rhythm in these at-bats, he's going to do a very good job of staying away from the barrels and maybe creating some soft contact, if not swing and miss, to get out of this inning efficiently to try and keep the pitch count down.
Cam walked his first time up, only the second walk allowed by Kirby this year to a right-hand hitter. Cam hasn't left the zone on 2 pitches up. It's 2-0 here.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how Cam Smith is relaxed at the plate against Kirby. It seems like he's seeing the ball well out of the hand.
Chops that sinker foul. It's 2-1. Astros with 4 hits, all singles against George. 1 walk. That was to Cam in the second. But he has 7 strikeouts of his 10 outs recorded. Now he's 2-2 on Smith as he fouls 1. Cam will use his timeout here with a 2-2 count. Astros down 3-0. Facing George Kirby for the 12th time in his career. Another pitch up, another pitch that Cam doesn't go after, and it's 3-2.
That was probably one of the more aggressive misses we've seen from Kirby, way up out of the zone.
Checked his swing on a pitch just off the plate, and Cam Smith has done something that no other hitter has done this year. Kirby had walked 1 righty all year, and he has walked Cam twice today.
Amazing. Checks his swing on that fastball just off the outside corner. It was a 2-seamer trying to run back, but just never got there.
So now Bryce Matthews the batter. Matthews struck out his first time up. That one up and in, ball 1. Now Cal Raleigh, who rarely sees Kirby issue walks, Follow that up with a pitch up and in, and just going to go out there and kind of reset this inning for him. Now a word from Jack in the Box.
Get my new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal for a chance to win $75,000. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Kirby's excellent command goes all the way back to college at Elon University.
Yep.
Barely walked guys in college, and that was why he was the highest drafted player ever out of that school. Pretty calm demeanor on the mound during that meeting as he has fallen behind Bryce Matthews 1-0. Cam did steal a base last time he was on. Long set, and the pitch is off the plate. Good job by Matthews getting to a hitter's count.
Now, if you do get the fastball from a guy like Kirby, you don't miss it. The beauty of Kirby is he's going to challenge you with that fastball. He's just going to locate it, so you've got to be ready in that zone.
There you go.
Yep. 97 two-seamer running him like on that outer third. He's not going to miss too many pitches in the middle.
That one wide, 3-1. You can see Kirby tilts his head to the side after he missed with that one.
This seems like this probably might. I mean, this inning is probably as frustrated as we've seen Kirby, who doesn't show a lot of emotion, but a lot of those head tilts and maybe just discontent with some of the location, but able to get back in the count with that check swing. Two-seamer running in.
Matthews asked Wilson if that would have been ball 4.
Would have been interesting to hear the answer.
What did it look like?
It was just on the inside edge, maybe a couple of seams catching that corner.
So
anyway,
now
you still got life.
Now 3-2. I would think Cam might be off and running. We'll see. Astros need to get something going offensively. Cam stays, and there's a chopper towards short. They will make the play to second for 1. No chance to get Bryce Matthews. Would have been interesting if Cam was running, if they would have been able to make the play at second, but that's a force out for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, because if Cam was running, this would have been a tough play for J.P. Crawford. Had to back up a little bit for that big hop. Would have been close at first with Matthews' speed.
Braden Shoemake the batter.
Good job by Bryce getting into deep count, putting pitches on Kirby.
And Blummer, we're seeing the highest pitch count per inning for George Kirby all season. He has gone at least 5 2/3 in every start. But averaging 20 pitches an inning is not going to help out that opportunity tonight. That's a broken bat that Shoemake felt was foul, but glove fair by the first baseman Josh Naylor for the final out of the inning. 1 walk, 1 left on base. Shoemake still confused, thought that was a foul ball, but that's the end of the inning. It's still 3-0. Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Rooms to Go. Get fashion, style, and quality all at low prices on every item, every day. By Jack in the Box, Jack's new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal with a chance to win the $75,000 prize for Jack's 75th anniversary. And by Energy Transfer. We move the energy that makes life possible. Peter Lambert facing the top of the order here to start the 5th. Brendan Donovan taking a called strike. Donovan, a longtime Cardinal, coming over to Seattle in the offseason. Has played in 20 games before tonight. Part of the reason he was on the IL for about 3 weeks with a left groin muscle strain, just off the IL this weekend. Dan Wilson really likes his ability to grind at bats at the top of the lineup. Today he's 0 for 2. A nice play by Paredes and a fly out to left. In play, Christian Walker has it on a couple of hops, and that's the first out of the inning. Since that home run by Julio Rodriguez, that's now 7 of 8 retired by Lambert. Speaking of Rodriguez, he just missed a home run his first time up on a deep fly ball down the left field line that hooked foul. And then he did hit a home run into the Crawford boxes his second time up. Takes a fastball in for ball 1. J-Rod had a good series against the Astros back in April, went 7 for 17 in that set in Seattle. That's fouled. It counts 1-1.
They're definitely trying to tie him up and in with that two-seamer. The home run he hit was up. It was just maybe a little more over the middle third of the plate. Didn't get the two-seam run that he wanted.
Backing up is Paredes. Long throw with Julio running, and he's going to be safe. As the one-hop throw, not in time to get Rodriguez, who reaches for the second time.
Isak was in the right place, able to make that play down the line, just didn't have enough on the throw. Julio Rodriguez is a big man, and he moves well, able to beat this one out. That hop maybe slowing that throw down a little bit.
Kind of checked up a little bit. So Rodriguez, a one-out base runner for Josh Naylor. When the Astros last saw the Mariners, Naylor was really struggling. He hits a ground ball to Paredes, and that'll be an easy turn. Paredes to Shoemake to Christian Walker to end the inning. Lambert faces the minimum and only throws 7 pitches in the 5th. We're halfway home with the Mariners leading 3-0.
SCHN continues our coverage of Houston Astros baseball tomorrow. Tune in at 6:30 for Astros pregame as the Astros and Mariners rivalry continues. SCHN and SCHN Plus are your home for Astros baseball.
Christian Vasquez leading off here, bottom of the 5th inning. Goes after the first pitch. That is only the 8th first pitch strike for George Kirby out of the first 18 batters he has faced. It's a little bit unusual for him, and one of the reasons why his pitch count is where it is beginning in the 5th inning. That one missing close, it's 1-1. Vasquez, Jose Altuve, and Yordan Alvarez. Beyond that, Isak Paredes. Astros with 4 singles so far. Kirby thought about barehanding it, but elected wisely to let the second baseman Cole Young make the play for the first out. Jose Altuve will bat. We were mentioning kind of like Tuve in the leadoff spot, coming in batting .283 as a leadoff hitter this year and 1 for 2 tonight.
It's awfully nice.
Nice when you have Yordan Alvarez behind you on deck.
Keep it going.
2 for 3 tonight for Tuve, as he has a 4-game hitting streak rolling with a 2-hit night tonight. He's a 1-out base runner.
First pitch sweeper off the outside corner, and our matches from Supermo. Jose Altuve is able to go out there and poke that up the middle. Pretty impressive range on the swing of Jose Altuve. We've seen that for years. But I like what TK said about hitting in front of Yordan Alvarez. So you're going to see some better pitches having the big man behind you. They're not going to go out there and give you too many free passes. And as much as Altuve loves to swing, it's a good spot. He doesn't want to walk. He wants to rack up them knocks.
No, but it's kind of crazy because in the beginning of the year, it was every other game. Pena was leading off, then Altuve was leading off, then Pena was leading off, then Altuve was leading off. And Jose actually had a lot of walks early in the season. So he was both getting pitches to hit, but when he wasn't, he was patient, knowing that eventually the pitcher had to come back to him because Yordan was the next hitter.
Yeah, it was a win-win with that situation.
So Joe has some decisions to make when Pena does come back. Likely Jeremy would be the leadoff hitter again, you would think. This pitch off the plate is 2-1. Jeremy really took to that role last year. Jordan a double play and a strikeout tonight. As he golfs that one foul, it's 2-2.
Yeah, just give me guys in front of Alvarez that are going to get on base. The more opportunities he gets with 1 or 2 runners on base, the better the Astros are going to be in the long run. Oh, rare changeup.
Kirby has not thrown 100 pitches in any start this year, so this might be his final inning, even though 5 would be his shortest outing of the season. Line drive, just foul, almost caught by, no, that's a fair ball because Naylor touched it. Naylor hit the ball, and even though it landed foul, that's a fair ball, and the Astros have first and third as Altuve was off and racing as he knew that ball was touched by Naylor.
That was a great read by Jose Altuve to get the extra 90 feet. He probably would have gotten over there anyways, but he recognized as soon as this ball is tipped off the glove of the fielder in play, it doesn't matter what happens next. Immediate call by Jim Wolf and a great read as you see Jose freeze and go. Plenty of speed to get into third base. We've got action right here with Isaac Paredes up.
Isaac is 2 for 2 tonight against Kirby, and the Astros have their first runner to third base this evening. Paredes a single in the first, a single in the third, and takes a pitch on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Cooper Criswell is warming up in the Mariners bullpen. Astros now up to a half dozen hits, matching Seattle's 6 hits. There's a ball sharply hit past J.P. Crawford into left field. It's a 3-1 game on the RBI single by Isaac Paredes, who is 3 for 3 tonight.
Nicely done by Isaac. That ball was roped at almost 101 miles an hour. J.P. Crawford didn't extend to go out there and get it. So an RBI base hit for Isaac as the Astros continue to attack pitches and now runs hopefully onto George Kirby. This will get real interesting if they get in the bullpen with runners on.
There's Criswell warming up. Now the tying run at first base and the go-ahead run at home plate in Christian Walker. Walker has struck out twice tonight. First pitch up, 1-0. Walker has not had a lot of success against Kirby, but it just takes one good swing. Punches one the other way. Glove there by Naylor. Goes to second for 1. Not able to turn the double play. Kirby was slightly late in getting over to the bag, and J.P. Crawford did not want to take a chance at throwing to a pitcher on the run with a runner at third base.
No, you're exactly right, TK, and a good read on Kirby. Ball gets in on Christian, and Kirby hesitating and realizing that that ball wasn't going to be caught in the air, and J.P. Crawford holding onto that baseball, a very prudent move.
Might have had a shot, but it probably risk wasn't worth the reward.
Well, it felt like the runner and the pitcher were kind of converging on first base at the same time. There was a lot going on and a lot to ask of Kirby. J.P. Crawford didn't have enough faith that the catch was going to be made.
So now Zach Cole with the tying runs on base. Jordan's now at third and Christian Walker at first. Cole has struck out twice tonight and takes that pitch off the plate for a ball. It's 1-1. This will definitely be Kirby's shortest outing of the season. He's about to throw his 99th pitch, which would match his season high. 5 2/3 was his previous shortest outing this year. On the ground, Cole Young will flip it to J.P. Crawford for the final out of the inning. Astros get a run on 3 consecutive hits, and it's now a 3-1 Seattle lead. League leaders are presented by Houston Methodist, and Peter Lambert coming into this start had allowed an opponent's slugging percentage of just .238 with a minimum of 75 batters faced and starts only. That was the second best number in all of baseball, behind only Cam Schlittler of the Yankees, who had a .234 and is having a great year. Pretty good company for the Astros right-hander. First batter he's facing here is Cal Raleigh. And Raleigh fouls one back and just to our left, a little bit above us. Raleigh has struck out and flied out to center field as Lambert works through the lineup for a third time. Peter trying to go further in his start than George Kirby tonight. Mariners bullpen does not have all their normal arms that we're used to seeing. Matt Brash is on the injured list. This ball skied into left, playable for Zach Cole. Cal Raleigh's over is now up to 35.
The power play is presented by H-E-B, and Lambert settling into this game and actually extending himself past what his counterpart George Kirby has done. Innings 1 through 3, 5 hits, 3 runs. But you can see settling in 4 through 6, 1 hit, and he's faced the minimum. Got a great double play to end that last inning, 5-6-4.
Since that J-Rod home run, he's been really solid. It was a 3-0 lead, 11 batters in, but he has been much better as the game's gone along. Here's Randy Arozarena.
Been the model of consistency since he's taken it a part of that rotation. You don't want to put too much pressure on a guy, but you almost expect 6 out of him every time he goes out now.
No, I'm with you. He went 6 against Cleveland on the road, did not allow a run. The Orioles did a good job against him, fouling off pitches and working counts, and got him out after 4 1/3. But then his
really
last
extended that outing.
His last start was his best of his career on the 5th of May, 7 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball against the Yankees. Now working on 5 days of rest as he pitched the Tuesday game against LA.
Got a big double play in that game too. Finish off that 7th inning. Joe Spada putting him out there for one more inning, showing maybe some of the trust that we need to have in him. Been impressive.
Joe wanted him to get through that 7th. The Astros were depleted in their bullpen that day, and they went from Peter Lambert to Brian King to get all 9 innings worth that day, as King ended up with a 2-inning save. That was a career high number of pitches at 104 for Lambert that night. Now the count's 3-2 on Arozarena. And Randy down on strikes. Lambert picks up his 4th strikeout, and there's 2 away in the 6th.
Interesting to see what that's a changeup that tailed up and in. Kind of tough to pick that one up, and there it is on Matches from Supermo. It confirms that it is that changeup.
Now 2 outs, base is cleared for Luke Raley, who had been a thorn in Lambert's side before he grounded out his last time up. He had reached base all 5 times facing Peter Lambert in his career. Walked and scored a run in the 2nd. I mentioned the Mariners have some guys not available in their bullpen. Matt Brash on the IL, Gabe Spire on the IL, Jose Ferrer on the paternity list. So they have warming up right now and potentially coming in the 6th inning, Nick Davila, who has pitched in just 2 games in the major leagues. There he is, number 82. Made his major league debut a little more than a week ago against Kansas City. Swing and a miss. Lambert strikes out the last two, getting Raley to end the sixth. Peter Lambert getting stronger as we go. Astros down 3-1.
DoNotSettle.com play of the game is presented by Nava Law Group. And how about the patience of Cam Smith? He's seen 15 pitches. We're going to show you that second at bat in the fourth inning where he took a couple of sinkers to get to that 2-1 count and was able to lay off a sweeper, four-seamer, and a sinker and walk. And he's got a chance to face a new pitcher in this game. It's going to be Nick Davila. But because Cam saw 15 pitches against Kirby, his pitch count was escalated quickly. And he's out after 5 innings. And here he is, rookie, making his third appearance for the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, it's fair to say Cam probably sees the ball as well as anybody against George Kirby in that lineup.
Absolutely, you are correct.
Came in 3 for 6 against Kirby with a walk. Now he's 3 for 6 with 3 walks. He's been on base 6 of the 9 times he's faced Kirby. Now facing a guy who made his big league debut May the 3rd against Kansas City. 27-year-old Nick Davila out of University of South Florida. Started his career with the Tigers and then moved on to the Mariners and made his way through the system. Called up from Double-A Arkansas to the big leagues for his big league debut a little more than a week ago. Up the middle, played there by Cole Young. He'll bounce it to first ahead of Cam Smith. That'll be the first out of the inning. Cam retired for the first time. That'll bring up Bryce Matthews. Davila last pitched in AAA in 2023. Last 2 seasons he's been at the Double-A level with Arkansas as Bryce tries to bunt and bunts one foul.
Could have brought some of his stuff home last night.
That's good to have you back. Yeah, a lot going on this weekend.
Oh, man, yeah. College graduations. We've got friends graduating. I'm going to pack up all of my women and bring them back home for the summer. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a nice, quick little break up in Fayetteville. Good time.
Doing the college tour.
Oh, man, you ain't lying. I'm going for all SEC.
Are you?
As much time as I've spent there in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tank is empty, TK, yes. You are correct, yeah. There might be some other organs that are full still, but yes.
Good for Dad to have fun with the
Oh, man.
Two-one pitch is a strike. It's 2-2. Davila getting Cam Smith to ground out. Now Bryce Matthews the batter. So you'll see some different arms out of the Mariners than we've seen in the past. Eventually they want to get to Edward Bizardo and their closer Andres Munoz. But until then, you might see guys like Davila appearing in his 3rd major league game. There's other young pitchers we haven't seen before. Domingo Gonzalez is in their bullpen. He's never appeared in a big league game. Alex Hoppe, a 27-year-old, we haven't seen him before. That's a called 3rd strike. Bryce thought about running. He's going to challenge, and it was too late of a challenge, says the home plate umpire Dylan Wilson, so he does not get granted the challenge, and he is out number 2.
It's too bad. He could have trusted those instincts. You'll see it on our UTM, the Anderson strike zone. Maybe just clipping the bottom of it, but not by much.
He's only challenged 1 pitch in his 2026 season. He started to think about running, and by the time he thought about challenging, it was too late. Well, Braden Shoemake taking a strike.
Just a little bit too late. Yeah, but I'm with you. That was one of the staples of the Seattle Mariners has been that pitching staff. The great rotation that gets deep in games, and then they had shutdown. Spire is a good lefty on lefty matchup. There you go, Shoemake. Sneak one through the middle. The bat breaks, but he gets a knock out of it. Brash was wipeout. Yeah. 3 or 4 leverage guys. Bizardo now is probably moving into that setup position for Munoz.
Cooper Criswell back and warming again for Dan Wilson and the Mariners. Christian Vasquez bats here with a runner on and 2 outs. Pitch up and in for ball 1. Shoemake, a 2-out base runner. Astros have 8 hits to the Mariners 6 now. That one into center, coming on Julio Rodriguez. He'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left on. We are through 6. Astros down 3-1. Time to reveal the winner of tonight's Chevy Stroh Poll. We asked you, with an AL West homestand, who do you feel is the Astros' biggest division rival? And the Mariners get almost 50% of the vote, 49% winning tonight. Rangers finishing second with 33%, thanks to those who voted in tonight's Chevy Stroh Poll. The Rangers will be in town Friday, Saturday, Sunday after this 4-game series with the M's. Peter Lambert's still out there. His career high in innings pitched is 7. He did it in his last start. He also did it a couple of times with the Rockies. Trying to go 7 tonight. There's nobody warming in the Astros bullpen as Lambert starts the inning with 85 pitches and misses down and in for ball 1. You know, part of this is a lot of confidence in Peter Lambert. They love the fact that he's been able to take the ball and get them deep into games. Another part of it is you just know that tomorrow is Tatsuya Imai's turn, and he's come off a couple of rehab starts where he has not been able to go deep into games because of wildness. So you want to try and save as many bullets as you can just in case tomorrow out of your bullpen, and now we see the bullpen moving for the first time.
No, I completely agree. You're not sure what you're going to get tomorrow. We know what the upside of Imai is, but will that Imai show up? And until you see that, you want to have a little bit of protection back there. And Lambert going out there, he's doing a good job of working it. I mean, the calm, the poise, he really doesn't let some of these big hits affect him. He just kind of continues to go out there and show that workman-like style of just getting the sign from Vasquez and throwing a pitch and moving on.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. I mean, this is a guy,
incredible. Yeah,
29 years old, who basically had to go to Japan to resuscitate his career because things were not as good as he wanted them to be in Colorado after coming out of San Dimas High School. And he went to Tokyo last year, pitched for the Occult Swallows, and made 23 appearances, re-signed with a major league team this year, and has really impressed to this point. He's kind of a second lease on his major league life.
Some would say an excellent adventure.
That is just foul. That almost hit the line. Canzone can't believe it. He thought that was on the line. Instead, it's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, from up here, it almost looked like it was on the line also.
Willie Trainer, the third base umpire, saying just foul.
Ooh, man, good call.
Saw double barrel action going for the Astros. Steven Okert and Brian Abreu. This is the kind of series with all these lefties in the lineup for the Mariners that you might see Okert 2 or 3 times in this 4-game set. But Canzone down on strikes. That's now half a dozen strikeouts for Lambert and 2 outs in the inning.
The swerve or the curveball, whichever you prefer, it's still both of them effective. You can see it kind of doesn't really get truly on top and give that pull down to get that north-south action. And a swing and miss.
Well, Cole Young, the batter, taking a pitch for a ball. It's 1-0.
Lambert, 13 swing and misses in this game.
All right.
Yeah.
kind of burst onto the scene in that Cardinals start with all those swings and misses.
Big time.
Is that like 23 or something?
Yeah, that was aggressive. It was 23-24. It was amazing. He's got 7 swings and misses on the changeup.
This is a guy who was a starter early in his career with the Rockies, then moved to the bullpen his last year and a half. But now he is fully entrenched in the Astros rotation, trying to go 7 for a second straight outing, and Jose Altuve will make that play. And that's another 7 innings for Peter Lambert. A quality start, gives up 3 runs. He'll lead with his team down 3-1, but giving him a shot to win. Time for the 7th inning stretch, presented by Texas Mattress Makers.
It's time for the Shiner Spotlight, and it's going to be on Jose Altuve. Coming into this game, hitting .429 at home against the Seattle Mariners in last season's games right here at Daikin Park. He is continuing to swing the bat well here this season as well, doing a great job putting up some base hits against the Seattle Mariners. That was a big number, .429 last season at home against these Mariners, and 2 hits in this game so far for Jose Altuve, both of those coming against George Kirby. Now he's got an opportunity against a new pitcher in Cooper Criswell, who comes into this game. With a 14th appearance for Cooper, pretty good ERA, 2.20 in 16 1/3. Good strikeout to walk ratio, also 15 strikeouts, only 3 walks in the time he's been out there.
And Criswell was acquired in the offseason from the Mets in a cash deal. That was January 23rd of this year. Made his Seattle debut on opening day. He's got a 2-1 count on Altuve. Pitching here with a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 7th. Mariners 3, Astros 1. Altuve 2 for 3 tonight against George Kirby. Grounds this one, diving stop by Donovan, gets up to throw out Altuve. Good play by the Mariner third baseman for the first out.
Good play by Donovan. He was playing in as well, and able to lay out, smother that one, and pop up in enough time to get Altuve, who was hustling down that line. You feel pretty good about things right until you get up and realize Altuve's hustling. You got to get rid of that thing in a hurry.
Now Yordan Alvarez singled off the glove of Josh Naylor his last time up. Yordan misses the fastball. It's 1-1.
That fastball doesn't have a lot of noise on it. Relies on that arm angle and movement, averaging right around 91 miles an hour on the fastball. Ay, ay, ay.
Got a little quick and sent that one into the second deck, but Val
felt like that was going up into the Michelob Ultra Club off the bat.
top 3 hitters in the Astros lineup with 6 of the 8 hits. Altuve 2, a Paredes 3-hit night. Yordan has the other one. Foul tip caught by Cal Raleigh. Yordan down on strikes for the second time tonight. That's the second out of the inning. Now Isak having himself a perfect night so far. 3 for 3 with an RBI single his last time up. Isak has had 2 4-hit games, the last coming April 6th of last year. Misses that pitch. It's 1-1. Isak continues to move that average up. It's now 273. Pitch missing up, 2-1. Got in on him. Just a slow roller to short. J.P. Crawford with the sidearm throw to end the inning. Criswell with a 1-2-3 7th. We head to the 8th, still 3-1.
Time for Get Out and Play, presented by Toyota. Julio Rodriguez, always a threat at the plate, bidding for a hit in the first inning, but Cam Smith takes it away. Sliding catch. Some good defense from the Astros early in this game. Always good defense from Cam Smith, though. All right, new pitcher for the Astros, Blummer.
Thanks, Julia. Peter Lambert did a great job going 7 innings, giving up 3 runs. He finally gives way to left-handed pitcher Stephen Okert, making his 20th appearance. Does have an open under his belt. 11 strikeouts in those 16 2/3 innings pitched.
Facing left-hand hitting Brendan Donovan here to start the inning. It'll be Donovan and Julio Rodriguez and Josh Naylor. Well, 2 of the first 3 lefties, and then Cal Raleigh will turn around and hit righty against Okert if it reaches him. Pitch off the plate. 1-2 to Donovan, who is hitting 182 on the year against lefties, 4 for 22 with all singles. Fouls that one back. Gotta be impressed with Peter Lambert. Coming out of spring training, didn't make the opening day roster, but now he's become a stable force in the rotation. Another 7 innings tonight, back-to-back 7 innings. So he has had 40 career starts. The last 2 are 2 of the 4 where he has gone 7 innings. This one right back to Okert. Steven will make the play on Donovan for the first out.
10,000 fans will take home a Hunter Brown orange jersey this Friday, May 15th, presented by SLB. Visit astros.com/promotions to get tickets now.
Starting to see with the Peter Lamberts and the Spencer Arrighetti 5 starts and a sub-2 ERA. Mike Burrows coming off his best start as an Astro and maybe in his career. Starting to see a little bit glimmers of hope for a rotation that really struggled here in the first few weeks of the season, and some more good news from Julia earlier about Hunter Brown. So things kind of moving in the right direction. If one or both of the next 2 guys, Tatsuya Imai and Lance McCullers Jr., can get things figured out on their side, now all of a sudden you've got some competition in this rotation, which has used bullpen days here the last couple times around just to get through.
Yeah, competition and stability. Those are probably 2 things that pitching coach Josh Miller wants to hear. You start getting some of these guys healthy and getting some of these guys maybe understanding a little bit more about themselves and how they can go out there and pitch in the big leagues, and there you get the consistency.
But Lambert has shown it against a very good Dodgers team and gave up 3 runs in the first 11 batters today and just stopped the Mariners from that point forward.
No, he kept this game within reach with this offense. We talked about how prolific they were in the month of April, things slowing down a little bit here in May, but they're still well within striking distance with this offense and the Mariners bullpen.
How about Okert getting Rodriguez fishing at that pitch in the dirt? First strikeout for Stevens, second out of the inning.
Good job with that slider down. Started down, stayed down, and you got a very aggressive Julio Rodriguez trying to pick that off the dirt.
So 2 outs, base is empty for Josh Naylor. Naylor takes a first pitch strike with that slider on the inside edge.
Yeah, I think Peter Lambert's just a Lambo now. That's all he is. It's not a Lamborghini, he's a Lambo.
Lambert and Arrighetti were pitching together or close in the rotation. Arrighetti not pitching in this series. We can't go with the Lamborghini for this series, but it could come back at some point.
That'd be fun. Or it could just be the llama.
That works. Towards third, kind of shot on the ground, and Paredes with those good hands picks it up for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Okert in the 8th. Astros down 2. Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Texas Children's. By your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Daly & Black. Has your home or business been denied, delayed, or underpaid by your insurance company? Call Daly & Black for your free consultation.
Back in the ballpark, and we've got a new reliever coming out of that pen. He'll be the third reliever coming in. Edward Bizardo. He is that setup man for Andres Munoz. This season, a 2.41 ERA. A lot of sinkers and sweepers from Bizardo. The Astros with a lot of experience against him.
We'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Christian Walker, Zach Cole, and Cam Smith. The Astros scoring their lone run in the 5th. 3 consecutive hits by Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, and Isaac Paredes against the starter George Kirby. Kirby went a season-low 5 innings tonight. Allowed 1 run on 7 hits. The Astros really worked some good at-bats against him, forced him to throw 99 pitches in 5 innings. But then a shutout inning by Nick Davila and a shutout inning by Cooper Criswell. The Astros have not been doing any damage the last few nights against bullpens. They went 0 for 18 the last 2 games against Cincinnati's bullpen, which had really been struggling leading into that weekend series. Now 3-1 the count to Walker, who is showing some patience here, trying to get on base to bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, you figured if the Astros were going to make a comeback against this bullpen, it would have been in the 6th and 7th against Davila and Criswell. Now they're facing some established back end of the bullpen guys in Bizardo and potentially Munoz.
Got a lot of wide receiver and tight end numbers in their bullpen. 82, 88, and 83 coming out of the pen tonight.
Sam Darnold would enjoy that.
Astros have Brian King warming up. That's a walk to Walker. Christian Walker draws a walk. That will bring the tying run to the plate and Zach Cole. Now a word from Texas Mattress Makers.
Don't strike out on your sleep. Hit a home run every night on a mattress made by Texas Mattress Makers.
Zach Cole, in limited time last year, did see Bizardo in a game here in Houston on September 19th. Flied out against Bizardo and takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Zach went 0 for 3 against the starter Kirby, a couple of strikeouts and a fielder's choice. Sweeper down and in for strike 2. Try to get him to go after that sweeper again. He lays off that one. It's 1-2. Called third. Sinker froze him, and that'll be the first strikeout for Bizardo and the first out of the inning.
It's a good 2-seam run from Bizardo. A lot of the plate. Zach couldn't pull the trigger.
Cole down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight, and Cam Smith bats. A couple of walks and a ground out for Cam. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Cam saw Bizardo twice last year and twice this season. He is 0 for 4 against him. And Smith down to the count 0-2. That walk to Christian Walker was his first walk against a right-hand hitter this year. Now he's 0-2 on Cam. Down on strikes goes Smith. Sweeper gets him for the second out. Luzardo with the initial walk, and now back-to-back strikeouts, and Bryce Matthews will bat. Bryce misses the first pitch fastball. Luzardo has found the release point in the zone here after that initial walk, striking out Zach Cole, Cam Smith, and now ahead 0-2 on Bryce Matthews.
And he's spinning that sweeper pretty good too. Yep.
Froze him with the fastball, and that'll be a called third to end the inning. 3 consecutive strikeouts after the walk, and we head to the 9th in a 3-1 game. Work directly with SCHN Plus. No cable or satellite needed. Log on to SCHNplus.com to purchase the app directly. Already have Space City Home Network through a participating cable, satellite, or streaming provider? You can download the app to access the content at no additional cost. Let's go with a new pitcher here in the 9th.
Brian King comes into this game, making his 14th appearance. 3.45 is the ERA, 15 punch in 15 2/3. Fastball slider mix.
Cal Raleigh delivers one to left, and a sliding catch by Zach Cole. That's how things have gone for Raleigh lately, as he extends his 0 for 36 with a line drive out for out number 1.
Nothing going right for Cal Raleigh. Trying to sneak one into left field away from Zach Cole, but he did a great job of getting over there quickly and going to the slide to secure the catch. King appreciates it.
Back-to-back lefties for the Astros out of their pen, with Okert a 1-2-3/8, and now Brian King on the 9th. Randy Arozarena fouling one back. It's 0-1. Looking ahead to the Astros' 9th inning, they'll have Braden Shoemake, Christian Vasquez, and Jose Altuve due up. And if King throws a shutout top half of the 9th inning, they'll need at least one of those 3 to get on to bring the tying run to the plate, in Yordan Alvarez due up 4th in the 9th. Beat him with the fastball, and King gets ahead 1-2. Arozarena, a couple of hits against Peter Lambert his first 2 times up, and then Lambert struck him out in the 6th inning. Lambert would retire 13 of his last 14 batters he faced. I'll check that, 12 of his last 13.
Did a great job.
This one grounded to deep third. Paredes, a strong throw, and the pick by Christian Walker. Nicely done by the corners for out number 2.
Now that long distance relationship between Isaac Paredes and Christian Walker is strong. Isaac having to go to his right and deep to get the better hop, but did a good job of planting his feet before he even caught the ball to be in position to make that throw. And then you've got the completion with the pick at first from Christian Walker. That was beautiful.
Now that we know the severity of the Carlos Correa injury with the surgery today, we know that Paredes will pretty much be at third base every day. And obviously, Christian Walker has been at first base all but one game, and even that game he came in off the bench. Got a pinch hitter here for Luke Raley. It'll be Rob Refsnyder pinch hitting. Refsnyder down in the count 0-2. Andres Munoz has been warming for the Mariners. He'll be on in the ninth inning. King trying to keep it at a 3-1 game as he gives up this line drive, which stays fair. Bouncing off the wall, Cam Smith will play it and keep Refsnyder to a single. 2-out base runner for the Mariners.
Down in the count, Refsnyder just catches that one deep and sneaks it inside that right field line. That kick off the wall keeps him at first base.
Pitch to J.P. Crawford misses in for ball one. And 0 to Crawford, who leads the team with 26 walks. He is 0 for 3 today. Another lefty Dominic Canzone on deck for the Mariners. There's a strike. Counts full. Little chopper towards Altuve. Jose will make the play to first, and Brian King has a shutout ninth inning. Astros need at least two, heading to the bottom of the ninth, down 3-1.
All in, all the time is presented by Daly & Black, and a big swing in this game came off the bat of Julio Rodriguez, doing damage within the division. Almost getting up onto the train tracks with that 414-foot shot. Solo home run from Julio Rodriguez, a big one in this game. Didn't phase Lambert as he continued to go into the seventh inning and finish it. Here trying to finish this game is going to be Andres Munoz. 17th appearance, 16 previous, 15 innings, 6 ERA, 7 of 9 in save opportunities. A couple of games against the Astros. He was thrown in 2 innings this season. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts in those 2 innings against the Astros this season, so battling some wildness.
He will face Braden Shoemake. And then Christian Vasquez due up, but Zach DeZenzo has grabbed the bat and the helmet. He's in the on-deck circle. Shoemake 1 for 3 tonight. Singled against Nick Davila back in the 6th inning. Now facing the Mariners closer, who has not pitched since Tuesday for Seattle. This one chopped high in the air. Nice play by J.P. Crawford on the short hop, and he gets Shoemake on a good play to start the bottom half of the 9th inning. DeZenzo getting a pinch hit appearance today on his birthday. Zach DeZenzo celebrating birthday number 26. As you can see, Joey Loperfido turned 27 today as well. Happy birthday to Zach as he tries to get on base here in the 9th inning. Vasquez had been 2 for 2 against Munoz.
Eric Young Jr., the first base coach for the Mariners, probably called his dad today and wished him a happy birthday, who was on that list also.
Astros out hitting their opponent tonight 8-7, but trailing 3-1. Zach skies one to center field. Julio Rodriguez doesn't have to move very far. Zach got under that one for the second out. So now it's up to Jose Altuve to keep this game going and bring Yordan Alvarez to the plate as a tying run. Altuve does have 3 hits in his career against Munoz and 11 at-bats. Last time Munoz faced him, he threw him 4 pitches, all sliders. That's pop foul. Giving it a look is Josh Naylor near the screen, and he reaches into the well and can't make the play. Just out of his extended reach. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he gave it a pretty good effort, but you're right, just barely out of the reach of Josh Naylor into the Julia Morales well. Ooh. Just out of reach. Wow.
That was close.
Did you yell anything at him, Julia?
No, I'm protecting my dome. I panic.
He looked calm on the replay.
Did look very calm.
Pitch for a strike, 0-2. Astros down to their final strike. Low scoring game today. The Astros scoring 1 run on Saturday, no runs yesterday. And limited to 1 run here through 8 2/3. Now it's a 1-2 count on Altuve. 5th pitcher of the game for Seattle. As opposed to Pizzardo. There's a line drive into center field. Altuve will bring the tying run to the plate, and Yordan Alvarez, a 3-hit night for Jose Altuve.
Well, with that base knock, he gets on base. The Astros fans are saying, so you're saying there's a chance. And this is the chance you like, is having Yordan in the box with a chance to tie it or win it, especially against this ball club. There's some history here.
Yordan has 3 hits and 7 at-bats against Munoz, none of them home runs. He's also walked once.
Ooh. Big swing on that slider.
Yordan came into tonight's game with a 1252 OPS at home this year. I mentioned Munoz hasn't pitched since Tuesday. Pizzardo's pitched 3 out of 4 days now, so he might be down tomorrow. But Munoz pitching on 5 days of rest. Got down and in underneath the swing of Yordan, and now the Astros down to their final strike for the 2nd straight at bat. Ooh, 101.
Yeah, tried to sneak the cheese past Yordan and sniffed it out.
That's his hardest thrown pitch of the season.
How about it? A little extra on Yordan.
He had 10 previous pitches clocked at 100 before that 101. Another 1-2 coming to the big man. $27,012 tonight for the first game of 4 between the Astros and the Mariners. And their hopes took a big boost with that single by Altuve. Now it's a 2-2 count on Jordan. Got him. Threw him the changeup to strike out Jordan to end this game. Seattle wins the first game of this 4-game series. Final score 3-1. Astros out hit the Mariners 9-7, but dropped the opener. Coming up, it'll be the post-game show presented by Whataburger. It'll feature Lauren Callender and Brian Bogusevic. Julia Morales helping out with interviews at the Astros clubhouse. Mariners have now won 8 in a row overall against the Astros, dating back to last season. 3-1 final, post-game show next.